pride of planning, to the thrill of watching our future take shape little by little. We are citizens, and you can be one too. SIP Karo, Citizen Bano. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
इंडिया का फर्स्ट हेवी ड्यूटी हाइब्रिड एसी Mitsubishi Heavy Duty AC with long reach airflow and 3D cooling. Mitsubishi Heavy Duty. Live life heavy duty.
Friends, I want to share some good news with all of you. Firstly, like always, we have performed very well this time also.
But what will we get?
Secondly, we shall invest in employee benefit.
Come on, now tell us what will we get?
And thirdly, we shall invest in LIC's group funded plans.
Great, we'll get everything.
Now, leave encashment,
Gratuity.
and along with pension,
Our future is secure.
Yes, employees' real benefit lies in LIC pension and group scheme.
हाथ, ये जो हाथ है ना, सिर्फ लकड़ी ही नहीं, हमारा कल भी तराशते हैं। बंद हो या हो कोई स्ट्राइक, इनका शटर हमेशा खुल जाता है। इन हाथों का यही तो आपसे नाता है, और इन्हें हम आसानी से लोन देकर अपना फर्ज निभाते हैं। कैप्री लोन्स फर्ज निभाते हैं।
Premium boarding, premium space, premium meals and more. In India's only premium economy.
अधिकम ब्याज दरम प्राप्त औषधि तथा प्रमुख औषधि विक्रय
किम अपि लभते?
हेलो KYC सर सिल्वर लाइनिंग कार्यक्रमेण स्थावर निक्षेपेषु 0.75% यावत ब्याज दरम प्राप्नुता।
अति उत्तम।
आपको और आपकी जरूरतों को अच्छे से समझना हमारे लिए वही है असली KYC। एक्सिस बैंक।
Welcome back. Now, as the war in West Asia continues to escalate, US President Donald Trump says that on the request made by the Iranian government, he is pausing the strikes on Iranian energy infrastructure for 10 days. Dan Murphy is now joining in with the latest. Dan, a lot of back and forth from the Trump administration. What is the clarity that you are getting right now from West Asia?
Well, back and forth is the right way to put it. Good morning to you from Dubai, where the war is entering day 28, and markets are really trading the competing narrative and the fog of war, if you could call it that. We saw US markets suffering their worst day since the war began, and initial optimism for a quick de-escalation faded. As you've been reporting, Asian indices following Wall Street's lead, with the region really bearing the brunt of the energy supply shock. And of course, oil prices also continue to show a bias to the upside as well. Brent crude on track for a 40% gain so far this month. And this is all against the backdrop of the Pentagon now considering sending up to 10,000 additional ground troops to the Middle East, on top of the thousands of Marines and paratroopers already ordered to the region. That is to give President Trump more military options here as he weighs these peace talks that he says are underway with Iran. Overnight, the president confirmed that he would extend this deadline for Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz for a second time, now pushing that out to April 6th. Trump saying the extension was at Iran's request. Iran says they never asked for it. And of course, those two accounts cannot both be correct. However, we are seeing some signs of negotiation actually taking place, which is quite interesting. Iran actually allowing several Pakistani-flagged oil tankers through the strait, which President Trump called a present, showing that Iran's leaders are serious about getting a deal done. But of course, with only a handful of vessels transiting daily against what was a pre-war figure of around 130 ships, the strait effectively remains closed, which is why we're seeing that risk premium continue in oil. And as we come into the weekend as well, that is precisely why the question of a ground operation is no longer just a hypothetical here. President Trump has hinted that he does not want a long war, but also appears to be leaving the option open of putting boots on the ground on Iranian soil, as the scale of the troop buildup now underway suggests that the military may actively be planning for that possibility. The most discussed option is, of course, an operation to seize or to neutralize Karg Island. And I know you've been speaking about this as well. This is Iran's main oil export terminal, which would really strike directly at Tehran's ability to fund the war and to maintain its stranglehold on the Strait of Hormuz. Of course, whether or not this actually eventuates remains to be seen at this point.
All right, Dan, thanks for laying out what's happening in West Asia and all the back and forth between both countries. But on that note, it is time for us to head into a short break. More news and updates on the other side. Stay tuned.
इस एरिया में कोई डेंटिस्ट है क्या?
Not yet.
Shadow free lighting with deep cavity illumination.
Corner space है सर.
वेटिंग एरिया के लिए परफेक्ट है।
डेंटिस्ट्री कहाँ से की डॉक्टर?
डॉक्टर नहीं, बैंकर।
तो फिर ये सब
KYC।
यू आर ऑलवेज बिजी सर।
आसपास कोई दूसरा क्लिनिक है भी नहीं ना?
आज नहीं, पर कल हुआ तो एक नया मॉल खुला है सर। आप वहाँ ब्रांच खोल लीजिए।
पर इन्वेस्टमेंट
इतना, और डॉक्टर्स के लिए स्पेशल लोन है सर। क्लिनिक सेटअप, इक्विपमेंट सब कवर।
आपको और आपकी जरूरतों को अच्छे से समझना हमारे लिए वही है असली KYC। एक्सिस बैंक।
ये बीपी की, ये शुगर की और कैल्शियम।
अपनों का ख्याल रखने में ना ये कोई कसर छोड़ते हैं।
फिर से बताओ मम्मी।
शुगर, कैल्शियम, बीपी
और ना SBI जनरल हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस। SBI का भरोसा, 18,000 प्लस हॉस्पिटल्स का नेटवर्क और ट्रांसपेरेंट क्लेम प्रोसेस।
SBI जनरल इंश्योरेंस, चुनिए भरोसा अपनों सा।
आपके कलीग्स भी आपका परिवार है। इनकी सेफ्टी से समझौता? नो चांस। इसीलिए पॉलीकैब ग्रीन वायर्स। इनके सुपीरियर इंसुलेशन इमरजेंसी में दे कम धुआं। पॉलीकैब ग्रीन वायर्स, इंडिया सेफ हैप्पी कनेक्शन।
डेटिंग के कंफ्यूजन में टाइम निकल गया? चॉइस के साथ इन्वेस्टमेंट में अब नो कंफ्यूजन। इन्वेस्ट कीजिए स्टॉक्स, म्यूचुअल फंड्स, IPOs में। डाउनलोड चॉइस फिनेक्स टुडे। Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.
We plan for targets, but do we plan for time?
Today's workforce dreams fast, but peace of mind doesn't come from paychecks.
It comes from a plan to invest in your retirement.
The National Pension System, a trusted, flexible, and fully digital retirement solution. It's simple to adopt and delivers high returns, helping employees grow their retirement corpus steadily. Smart companies adopt NPS Corporate. Smarter employees ask for it.
NPS जरूरी है.
Future security is teamwork. That's why.
NPS जरूरी है.
हाँ लिख लीजिए 4562 4592 3572 42।
पापा ने तो 40 डिजिट का मोबाइल नंबर दे दिया।
ये मोबाइल नंबर नहीं, CKYC नंबर है।
उससे क्या होता है?
ये नया बैंक अकाउंट खोलने या पुराने अकाउंट को री-KYC करने के काम आता है।
और ये मिलता कैसे है?
ये CKYC पोर्टल से या अपने बैंक से या फिर मोबाइल नंबर से इस नंबर पर मिस्ड कॉल देके पा सकते हैं। CKYC नंबर से बार-बार KYC डॉक्यूमेंट्स देने की जरूरत नहीं। समझी जाए?
RBI कहता है
जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
जब दिल में हो आगे बढ़ने का जज्बा, तो रास्तों की क्या जरूरत जो हमारी उड़ान को रोक सके।
Alright, folks, let's go up. Roll camera and action.
BKT Tires, elevate your drive.
ओ हेलो।
इन्वेस्टिंग के लिए इंटेलिजेंट बनना है तो विटामिन B1, B6, B9, B12।
ओ हेलो। इन्वेस्टिंग के लिए तेरा ऐप इंटेलिजेंट होना चाहिए। ट्रेडिंग सिग्नल, स्मार्ट डिस्कवरी, सिक्योर एग्जिट, आस्क एंजल।
Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.
Welcome back. You're still with us on Business Lunch. Infosys has announced two strategic acquisitions, Optimum Healthcare for $465 million and Stratus Global, which is an insurance play for $95 million. And with this, Infosys has made 5 acquisitions this year, spending a total of $800 million, making it one of the highest acquisition spends in a single year for the company. Our Indian IT company is getting more aggressive on M&A. Rima Tendulkar is here with all of those details. Rima?
Thanks so much for that. You're absolutely right. Now, FY26 has been quite a landmark year in terms of M&A spend, by Indian IT companies, the highest that we've seen in the recent past, and particularly that inflection point seems to have come in for Infosys and TCS in the wake of slowing growth. So let's begin with Infosys. Now, Infosys, as you said, has spent $808 million so far making the acquisitions. The big one, of course, is what they announced, $465 million for Optimum Healthcare. You had Stratus Global, which was announced. Prior to that, there was Versan, which was announced by the company. This is amongst the highest that the company has ever spent on acquisitions in a single year. So last year, that's FY25, the company spent a little less than $500 million to acquire Intech. In the prior year, it was a modest, they were tuck-in acquisitions that the company had done. So as you can see, this year, with $808 million, it's been far more aggressive than it's been in the recent past. TCS, now this was a company you would remember which was known for its organic growth discipline. They spent $773 million in FY26, the highest since their listing in 2004. They made 2 acquisitions and plus they had those data center investments. It's a big strategic pivot for the company, and when we chat with the management, they tell us more M&A is lined up. Now, HCL Tech and Wipro, on the other hand, have used M&A far more steadily across periods. So this year, HCL Tech has spent $420 million. They made 4 acquisitions, and Wipro did 1 acquisition. It was called Harman DTS, and they paid a little less than $400 million for that. But in the past, Wipro has made large bets like Capco and Rising. But you know, outside of the large 4 IT companies, the biggest, the boldest bet came in from Coforge, when it acquired Encora for $2.3 billion. And outside India's shore, it was Capgemini acquiring WNS for $3.3 billion. Now, why is this happening? FY24 to FY26 has been amongst the weakest phases in terms of revenues for the Indian IT companies in over a decade. Revenue growth has slowed to low single digits now. AI is reshaping the whole industry. The traditional model of hire, scale, bill is under pressure. It's getting questioned. And AI is also compressing the timelines. So now buying capabilities is faster than building capabilities, and Indian IT companies seem to be responding to that by getting faster, sharper, and more aggressive on the M&A front.
Rima, thank you for that. What's also happening faster and sharper is the fall in the rupee. 94.78 now, a new low for the currency against the dollar. And the market too is reflective of that. 360 points down on the index as we speak. A new low for the currency. Take your leave on this edition of Business Lunch from Barundhati and me. Thank you for watching. Midcap Radar on the other side.
Co-powered by SBI, the banker to every Indian, truly. In association with Stay Tez with Kotak Neo.
That's too long. Let's leave.
सर कितना टाइम लगेगा?
सर 30 मिनट्स लगेगा. सर फोटो मतलब प्लीज. नेक्स्ट आप ही जाओ ना.
मैं तो वीगन हूँ.
क्या कर रहे हैं?
KYC. You're losing almost 50 customers every day. You can extend the space and add 20 more tables here. Or funds, collateral free loan whenever you open a current account with Axis Bank.
आपको और आपकी जरूरतों को अच्छे से समझना हमारे लिए वही है असली KYC, एक्सिस बैंक.
दवा इंडिया, ये घर है जिसके दरवाजे हमेशा सबके लिए खुले रहते हैं.
कितना अच्छा लगता है जब कोई बिना बोले हेल्प कर दे, जैसे दवा इंडिया. यहाँ केयर न शर्तों में बनती है न ड्यूटी आवर्स में. तभी तो ये है हर घर की फार्मेसी.
दवा इंडिया, हर घर की फार्मेसी.
Oye, need to be intelligent for investing, so Rubik's Cube, Jigsaw, Sudoku, Crossword. Oye, for investing, your app should be intelligent. App? Trading Signal, Smart Discovery, Secure Exit, Ask Angel. Angel One, Intelligent One.
Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.
Every workplace runs on a bond between the people who lead and the people who build. We work together. We learn together.
We plan for targets. But do we plan for time?
The National Pension System, a trusted, flexible, and fully digital retirement solution for companies in the private sector. For employers, zero compliance costs, simple management. Because when people know their future is safe, they perform better every day. Smart companies adopt NPS Corporate. Future security is teamwork. That's why.
CNBC TV 18 tracks the pulse of markets and business in real time, bringing you the stories that shape the economy.
From breaking news to sharp analysis, We deliver insights that help you navigate businesses, markets, and investment opportunities.
Nuvama presents CNBC TV 18 Market Central.
Providing sharp market intelligence for wealth creation with a commitment to doing it right.
Volkswagen.
तुझे कॉलेज का टाइम याद है?
अरे कॉलेज की यादें छोड़िए, कितनी बातें भूल गया हूँ। तब का बैंक अकाउंट भी याद नहीं है।
बैंक अकाउंट पुराना हो तो पता चल सकता है।
कहाँ से पता चलेगा?
उद्गम से। आरबीआई के उद्गम पोर्टल पे रजिस्टर करके लॉगिन करें और अपने डिटेल्स डालकर 10 साल या उससे पुराने निष्क्रिय खातों को सर्च करें। बैंक से संपर्क करके खाता सक्रिय बनाओ।
ये तो बहुत आसान है यार।
तो आज की चाय तेरी तरफ से।
RBI कहता है
जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
Co-powered by SBI, the banker to every Indian. Truly, in association with the Tehran R Line.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Midcap Radar, live from the CNBC TV 18 Motilal Oswal studio. I'm Sonal Bhutra. With me today is Harmis Fatakia. Harmis, good afternoon. What a day and what a fall in the markets, fall in the rupee. That's been a free fall since the time we started trade. There's been an excise cut, mid-caps are not doing well, and there's no clarity on West Asia war.
I'm run out of breath after saying all of that has transpired in just for a couple of hours now since the trading began. And well, that's been the kind of market that we've been in all through the week. One day up, one day down, and down a little more severe. But let's take a look at what are the headlines in store at 1:30 this afternoon. Stocks have tumbled as ceasefire hopes fade despite Trump's pausing strikes on Iran's energy assets till the 6th of April. Realty, auto, and financials are the big losers.
Shares of Graphite India and HEG surge as US-based industry leader Graphtech hikes graphite electrode prices by $600 to $1,200 per ton. Price hikes in response to lower prices over the past few years, coupled with rising raw material costs amid the West Asia war. Shares of Graphite India and HEG higher amid weakness.
Shares of Oracle Financial have fired up in trade today